Star Wars Outlaws Reddit bans wrong think the break. I'll probably have to check that out later. I do want to know what's going on with Outlaws. Honestly, what is this? Oh, I saw that. I didn't hear. I got in my feed. I saw that Asmongold was gonna freaking start playing Outlaws. How is his freaking play going?
It's cute.
His gameplay. Did she just like? Did she like touch his freaking like? Ow! You just punch him in the helmet? Yo, this is like Assassin's Creed though. There's no way she didn't see you. How did she not see? There you go. Okay, they saw it. Well, you got three. You got three. I love it. Did they just miss all those bullets? What is this AI?
You are not a pike.
Oh my goodness, we thought stormtroopers had bad aim. Did he just forget where she was? There's no freaking way. I was so excited for this one. I actually tried to defend this game a little bit.
We're pinned down.
No! That is so bad! That is the dumbest AI! This is worse than Assassin's Creed. I can't even compare this to Assassin's Creed.
Okay. All right. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
How is he missing every shot?
It's all right. It's all right. Stay the course. Stay the course.
Stay the course! Stay the course!
Do not lose faith in the bush. They do not know where I am.
Don't lose faith in the bush! Determination! Stubbornness! This is how you win, ladies and gentlemen!
No.
Number one Twitch streamer on the platform!
Two highly anticipated upcoming premium titles, Star Wars Outlaws and Assassin's Creed Shadows, was not only praised by players and critics alike, but also highlighted the cutting
I heard, you know what? Screw it, we're doing this. I heard IGN put out a review.
edge capabilities of our game engine.
No, I heard it. I saw IGN's review. I didn't see the video. I saw their score. We're doing this right now. Is it...
Hey, Indy!
Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, for those who do not know, there is a long-running joke in our community. For those who have been here for the longest, Master Sam might know. Chaos for sure knows Burn Burrito. One of the longest running inside jokes that we've had on the channel is I will pretty often put 10 out of 10 IGN for pretty much every single bad, terrible, broken mess of a game that ever comes out. If I ever tell you, oh, 10 out of 10 IGN, 10 out of 10, that basically means that this game is so freaking bad that, like, I wouldn't play it if you gave it to me for free. You understand? So, I haven't had the most good of faith, let's say, in the IGN rating system for quite a while now. But when they gave this game and Concord a 7 out of 10, I realized that for IGN, a 7 out of 10 is basically literally them saying, this is a terrible game, but I don't want to mess up my chances of getting a stream key in the future, a Steam key in the future, so I'm just gonna give them a 7 and call it a day. So IGN's worst possible score is a 7 out of 10, basically. Let's go. Let's see this.
I'm gonna need some backup down here.
As far as Star Wars video games go, we've taken countless
Tristan! I don't know who the frick Tristan is.
turns at twirling lightsabers and unleashing flashing
love
force
you,
powers,
Jedi.
but Star
Super
Wars
Mario. The
Outlaws
first one.
swaggers
I
into the
haven't played the second
cantina,
one.
slinks down into a booth
Maybe
with
we'll
its
play the
holster
channel
clip
someday.
unbuttoned, and argues that those are no match for a good blaster at your side. This open world, or rather open worlds action game
But see,
features
that's
a level
exactly
of
what I
gun
wanna be,
battles
bro. I
and
wanna be
broken
like Han
promises,
Solo
befitting
before
the
he
legend
became
that
a
is
good guy.
Chewbacca's best mate. However, Star Wars Outlaws essentially delivers a Han Solo-like experience in both good and bad ways. It has some handsome looks and a strong sense of adventure, but it's also somewhat scruffy around the edges.
Let me, is this is already 1080p, huh? Okay, I guess it is already 1080p.
And is liable to let you down from time to time.
Wait, no!
Somewhat scruffy around the edges and is liable to let you down from time to time.
I feel like the explosions were better in the trailer, in the game show, like the Xbox showcase. Bro, that looks like an explosion out of Skibbity Toilet, like Gmod. Like the actual Skibbity Toilet show on YouTube. Look at that explosion, bro. Like, it just despawns the
Some
bike
looks and a
just
strong
puts
sense of
that-
adventure, but it's also somewhat
whole
scruffy around
bike
the
just
edges and is
despawns and
liable
then-
to let you down from time to time.
Okay, no, I know, yeah, I was wrong. I saw the nose flew out to the right. Chaos! 10 out of 10 IGN! 10 out of 10 IGN, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Just IGN 10 out of 10, bro. Just this game, let me tell you something. 10 out of 10 IGN, bro.
Of course, given that its propulsive space western story takes
Was that
place
an
in
otter?
between The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi,
See, I wanna
the actual
wear
Han
helmets
Solo
like
is
that.
literally on ice for the duration
wanna,
of
like,
Outlaws.
dress up
Instead,
and, like,
we step into the
customize
battered
my
space
bounty
boots of
hunter
Kay Vass,
with, like,
a
some
cunning
cool
thief
Boba
raised
Fett,
amidst the
you know?
hives of scum and villainy in the gambling capital
I'll
of Canto
fight like
Bight,
this chick.
and
I just
accompanied
want
at all
freaking,
times by her adorable
you know,
pint-sized partner in
customize her
crime,
bunch.
Nyx. Kay's quickly shown to be handy with a hairpin
Kay, that's her
lockpick
name,
and has
Kay.
an insatiable appetite for five-finger discounts.
That looks nice.
Okay, so you're
Although,
a
like
better
Dash
thief.
Rendar and pre-Jedi Kyle Katarn before her,
I feel so represented right now, dude. Like, actually, though, because for those who don't know, I'm
and
a
has
bit
an
of a big boy.
insatiable appetite for five-finger discounts.
I feel so represented right now.
Nice, huh, Nix?
Although, like Dash Rendar
Jabba the Mall here. I feel so represented. I feel seen. You know what I mean?
and pre-Jedi Kyle Katarn before her, she never really steps out of Han's shadow and
Like,
becomes
that's actually me. Like, chat. Like, that's actually what I look like IRL. Like, that's actually me. Like, I think they actually rendered my face in my person. This is like actually. Chaos can attest to this. That's exactly how I look IRL.
much more than a stand-in smuggler with a heart of gold.
You want it done right? You do it yourself.
With this one and the freaking Hogwarts character I made, I'm really hoping the people are just gonna be losing. But what the frick does this guy look like?
Follows is a 20-hour string of reckless rescue missions and shady underworld dealings as Kay and Nyx crisscross their way around 4 main planets and the pirate-riddled spaces between. Attempting to unite
Damn, bro said not even worth the kilobytes, bro. Not even worth the seeding, bro. Damn.
squad of like-minded criminals with the aim of pulling off a major heist and erasing the bounty
Good luck
placed
if
on
anybody
Kay's
is
head by the
willing to see
crime
that
boss,
frickin'
Slero.
file.
This casino owner serves as Outlaws'
Which you
primary
should not.
antagonist and
Be
seems
moral.
suitably callous enough,
You must be Slero.
Your friends abandoned you.
but is neither as outright evil as Emperor Palpatine, nor as quietly menacing as Grand Admiral Thrawn, and is kept at a distance for the most part and only ever encountered in the
Dude, there's something different, dude. That is, look at her. That is not the same freaking thing. Right? That's not the same, like, render that they did in the trailer. Right? Am I losing my mind here? That is not the same freaking render that they showed at the Xbox game show. There is no way that is the same character. Just like, Because I actually said that the one in the trailer didn't even look that bad. Not like this.
The occasional cutscene.
You're gonna have to do better than that.
Even so, Outlaws' story is a consistently entertaining quest, and one that takes Kay through some recognisable spaces and some entirely new, all while cutting deals with countless colourful criminals, including
I mean, look, I played through Cyberpunk at its worst. As long as the game itself is fun and good and like freaking awesome to play, like I'm all in, right?
surly Celestin mobster on Akiva, who has the audacity to deal out
I
orders
did
to
beat
you while
Cyberpunk.
putting his
I
feet
still
up
have a
on a
very bad
desk made
opinion
out of
of
his
it.
own
I
carbonite
haven't played
encased
it
brother.
when it got
He
fixed.
took my eye, but I took everything else.
While her end goal may be considerably smaller in scope than, say, blowing up a Death Star, the environments Kay's entertaining saga unfolds in are surprisingly large. To be clear, this isn't No Man's Skywalker, so you don't have the freedom to circle each planet and land wherever you choose. However, with the exception of the comparatively more compact city setting of Kijimi, Outlaws' sandboxes stretch out far and wide and contrast with each other nicely, from the iconic arid sands of Tatooine to the lush rainforest of Akiva, whose network of rivers is handily transformed into shortcut-making highways once you unlock the upgrade for your speeder bike that allows it to skim across the water's surface. It's a good thing to...
I will say, one thing that disappointed me, oh freaking I still got a frog in my throat, hold on. Ribbit. Alright. I saw like 5 minutes in the morning when I woke up today of Moist Critical playing the game. And it looks like he wasn't able to, he blasted one of the bad guys in the face and he fell off his bike. But then he tried to like take that dude's bike and it like didn't let him, which is kind of sad. So you can only ride this one bike. So it's like you can't find another bike that's faster. You just gotta upgrade this one, which sucks. I thought
that Kay's speeder can be upgraded, since it's the only vehicle she's able to steer around while navigating each terrain. Despite the fact that in Outlaws' many bustling settlements you can see land speeders whizzing by, saddled dewbacks waddling along, and towering ATSTs chicken walking past, you can't actually ride or drive any of them.
Oh.
Compared with a decade-old Grand Theft Auto 5,
drive or ride any of it sucks. Not even the freaking Max,
where if
the
you can
freaking
see
AT-ATs?
it, you can probably steal it.
Look,
Or
even
last year's
shows
The Legend of
GTA
Zelda
as a
Tears
great
of the
example.
Kingdom, where if you can think it, you can probably build it. Outlaws comes up shorter than Luke Skywalker in a Stormtrooper suit in terms of its list of usable transportation types, which is a bit disappointing for a modern
Am I wrong? Did they actually give this thing a 7 out of 10? He doesn't sound happy about the game.
open-world adventure.
It's a very small, it's a very, very small game studio, Ubisoft. Assassin's Creed.
Outlaws isn't just about getting from A
Yeah, it's
to
actually
B.
the first time they've ever made a game of this scope, Ubisoft. They've never made another game that's anywhere near this complicated and difficult.
However, it's also about breaking into and out of various Imperial bases and crime syndicates' headquarters at the behest of the various underworld cohorts that Kay conspires with along the way.
Name's Varric, and I've got a real job for you.
Furry
Name's
friend
Varric.
Nix is vital to these
Varric? Varric sounds more like something out of Game of Thrones than something out of Star Wars.
infiltrations, as he's basically a space cat
Padme. Anakin. Obi-Wan. Varric. You got me? Meanwhile, you got Varric Targaryen. Melisandre and Varric. You get me? That doesn't seem very Star Warsy.
drone who functions like a watchdog's phone. You can point him at switches to activate while you remain in cover,
Nix, the door.
or to briefly divert the attention of security cameras to allow you safe passage,
Nix, put on a show.
among several other useful talents. Kay has her own special set of skills when it comes to sneaking her way into each high-security facility, and I never grew tired of the rhythm-based lockpick.
I will be fair here. I saw a TikTok short today. So this particular minigame is completely
Picking.
BS.
Surprisingly,
it's impossible to
Kay
fail.
has her own special set of skills when it comes to sneak.
She doesn't have special. So this minigame here literally doesn't matter. A guy on TikTok literally just mashed the button, like the A button or whatever the freak. He just mashed X and he just did it like every time. It's literally impossible to fail. it'll just keep letting you going until it eventually like opens. It's
sneaking
stupid.
her way into
The
each
barrack
high
of the
security
North.
facility,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
and I never grew tired of the rhythm-based
Barrack,
lockpicking,
last
a
word
surprisingly
of the
simple
wall.
yet effective game of Simon Says that has to be one of the snappiest and most satisfying ways to open locked doors and crates that I've enjoyed in a while.
Oh, this looks cool. I mean, I don't get it, but that looks
Overall,
really cool.
however, Outlaws' stealth is markedly
Like, there's no reason to do anything more complicated than like the Skyrim, Fallout, classic lockpicking, thing. Just make it with little like little lights and holograms or something like that instead. Like basically exactly what you did, more like Doctor Who style, but like with like lights as opposed to like the actual lockpick having to be adjusted.
even.
What are you doing? You've alerted the station.
It works fine, and it's just the right amount.
Sometimes
of,
it's far too easy, like when I was able to do the
skill to
tried and tested Assassin's Creed distract and
intelligence, like,
dispatch
necessary,
routine on multiple enemies in the same
it's not a
spot.
bother.
All right, distract him, Nix.
Well, we just saw Asimov. Okay, so even he brings this up. So all the freaking NPCs in the
Yet
game
at
do
other
this.
times it was wildly unpredictable, like when I'd somehow trigger an alarm performing a stealth takedown, even though it appeared that no one else was around. Instead, more often than I
Oh, so the freaking stealth is broken too? So what's the point? So just don't do stealth. I'm not good at stealth anyways. I'll be honest with you. Even in Assassin's Creed, I freaking hate the stealth. I am the most aggressive Assassin's Creed player you will ever meet. I legitimately never hide. I just sprint on rooftops and assassinate everything I can as quickly as possible before anything notices.
I'd like, my efforts to remain hidden would evaporate, things would get loud, and a number of other problems would present themselves. Outlaws' combat serves up some solid cover-based shooting with authentic sound effects and punchy smoke and sparks with each blaster bolt impact, but precious little in the way of new ideas.
Wow, they just
It's less
they
Bad
just
Batch
fire
and
at
more
everything
basic
except
bitch.
you, huh?
It always seemed to be Red
that's
Barrel
cool, though. You
delivery
can turn
day
it
in every
lethal or
combat
non-lethal.
arena that Kay
That was
arrived
sweet.
in, and I used
like
these
that, I like
explosive
that.
targets in almost every encounter to thin the Stormtrooper
That's
and
more of a Star
Scumbag
Trek thing, but that's
hordes.
cool.
There's always
I
the
think they also
challenge
had
of
that in
knowing
the
when
original
to
Star Wars
detonate them
too,
to
though.
take out the most enemies, but that's the same thing we've been doing for decades, so while it's effective, it doesn't exactly make
Yeah, that's how they
Outlaws'
took down
combat
Padme.
stand out.
You had it like once, I think.
These simplistic shootouts can also be brought to a faster conclusion via the
I
use
like
of
the
Kay's
weapons though. Look at these weapons; they're freaking dope.
adrenaline rush move,
I love
which
that.
charges up while she's under attack and allows her to slow time and then
personally-
mark and execute multiple.
Personally, even though I'm a huge fan of like the little sidearm, IRL in my own little headcanon, I freaking run a sidearm like that. But I freaking love that classic little blaster. Like the
targets
Stormtrooper blaster, I
in
would
one
be running
rapid
that
hit
thing like
firing
crazy.
burst,
The one with, like, the
almost
sniper scope.
identical to the Deadeye target
Deadeye,
from the
yeah.
Red Dead Redemption series.
Oh, that's sick.
It's useful and satisfying for the most part, although I did find
That's sick, but that literally is just Deadeye from Red Dead.
Kay would occasionally pump some stylish slow-motion blaster rounds directly into the cover in front of her rather than the target I had selected. It felt a bit limiting that Kay
She
can
freaking
only
shot at the freaking cover. Oh, come on! At least, even in Fallout, whenever you would like fire, it would like adjust for like situations like that.
permanently carry her
It would like
blaster and
teleport the
grenades
bullet
in her
instantly to the enemy
inventory,
to adjust for situations like that. In Fallout.
but weapons dropped by enemies
Instead of
can
you
be
firing
picked
from
up,
where you're
used,
standing,
and
in
discarded
certain
once
seconds,
they're
like,
out
it would
of
actually
ammo.
just teleport the bullets there, or teleport the grenades there
However,
if it
what
got,
really
like, stuck.
irks me about Outlaws' approach to secondary
No, I
weapons
think in, like, the
is how
later
much
ones,
it
like
goes out of
Vegas,
its
New
way to
Vegas, I
make
think
you
they
drop
actually
them.
adjusted it so
Do a
that
melee attack?
You did have
Drop your weapon.
consequences for using that with a grenade, and like being stuck in a room.
Crawl into a
Can I see that?
What really irks me about Outlaws' approach to secondary weapons is how much it goes out of its way to make you drop them. Do a melee attack? Drop your weapon.
Oh, you can't keep them? It really is like Assassin's Creed. You can't keep any of the freaking weapons you pick up in any of those either.
Into a vent?
I think it was Assassin's Creed, what was it? Assassin's Creed Revelations and Assassin's Creed Brotherhood was like the last freaking Assassin's Creed game where you could actually like change your swords to like something actually unique and different.
Drop your weapon.
Whatever happened
Climb
to
a
the
wall or a
Assassin's
ladder?
Creed Brotherhood
Drop
or
your weapon.
Revelations, yeah,
Who
you just can't
programmed
keep
this?
them.
RoboCop?
Drop it.
If I pick up a sniper rifle, it doesn't seem unreasonable to expect that I should be able to carry it with me up to a high enough vantage point to best put it to use.
That is very
It's
stupid.
especially annoying given how often I was hit and killed instantly while behind cover by enemy snipers in elevated positions. Simple and reheated as it generally is,
Hey, at least we can't complain about their accuracy, eh? That one actually seemed realistic, though.
I definitely warmed to the combat a bit more as time went on, particularly once I was able to upgrade my
Classic, shoot the
blaster
red
with a couple
barrel,
of
follow
alternative
yuppies.
shot modes.
We got the shield.
That effectively gave me 3 weapons to swap between, even if they were all coming out of the same barrel. Still, at no point did this combat system
So
ever
instead
feel
of
as
giving you multiple weapons, they just made your one weapon fire 3 different, like, ammos or 3 different firing types? This is like freaking, what is it? I was about to say Doom Patrol. Is that correct? No. Judge Dredd. It's like Judge Dredd, where his pistol freaking fires like everything. It's a pistol, grenade launcher, sniper, and AK at the same time.
flexible or as fun as the best games in Ubisoft's own
Yeah, I
Far
would've
Cry
preferred you
series,
just, like,
and
gave
fights
her, like,
started
let
to
us,
feel
like,
pretty
use a primary and a
repetitive outside
secondary.
of the rare encounter with probe droids or the one-off scrap
Plus,
with
you
a
could have given
rancor.
us like a bunch of different cool.
Having
different
said
sidearms
that, I'll
to,
take
like,
the
switch
basic
between for, like,
on-foot
more
combat in Outlaws
personalization.
over its awkward
Like, this is Outlaws. You're a bounty hunter. Like, I feel like the number one thing is like your bounty hunter sidearm. Yeah, you know, everyone has to have their own unique sidearm. Look at like Boot Hill from like freaking Honkai Star Rail. Freaking iconic little revolver. Pow! You know, freaking dope. It's the outlaw thing, bro.
speeder
It's the
bike
cowboy
fights
thing.
any day. Since this is Star Wars, Outlaws also features space combat, and rarely
That's very similar to Grand Theft Auto, actually. I think.
could I ever emerge from a
I gotta see
lightspeed
that
jump
one
in
more
case.
time.
Having said that, I'll take the basic on-foot combat in Outlaws over its awkward speeder bike fights any day.
It's just going like 10 miles an hour, bro.
Since this is Star Wars, Outlaws also features space combat, and rarely could I ever emerge from a
Oh, space
lightspeed jump in
combat.
case Trailblazer's ship and
What's
not crash
cool?
headlong into a dogfight that
The
felt
ship is
authentic
called the
to
Trailblazer,
films.
I forgot.
You know, it'd be nice to visit a planet that isn't a war zone once in a while.
That's somehow Honkai Star Rail so far is got me more captivated, honestly.
Slinking off to bully some TIE fighters
This
did
makes
offer
me
a
wanna
nice
go
way to
back
blow
and
off
play
some
Honkai
steam
Star
every
Rail
once in a
bit.
while, as a break from all the face-to-face skullduggery down on each planet's surface. Although I didn't invest too much in the ship modifications, since the modest challenge presented by my orbital opponents didn't ever seem to increase to any noticeable degree.
Oh, great! There's nothing better than enemies that are boring to defeat. Jab in the butt!
Right?
One of Outlaws' most interesting and novel features is its syndicate system, which reminded me of the reputation system used in The Outer Worlds. Basically, you can't really complete a quest over the course of the
Oh, I
campaign
love the Outer Worlds. Outer Worlds is such a good game.
without pissing off one of the 4 main crime families in order to please another.
You want to, make a move?
Cozying up with one cartel might get you cheaper prices at a merchant you're on side with,
How about you let me take this off your hands and I'll throw in a good word for you.
but it'll also rob you of the ability to move about freely within the headquarters of another gang you've slighted.
Hey, you got anything interesting in
That's
the back?
cool, I like that.
Do I know you?
It's worth pointing out that this isn't Mass Effect. None of the numerous decisions I made seem to make a significant difference to the overall outcome of the story, but they did effectively make me feel like
Well,
a truly
you immediately got my hopes up and then destroyed them. Just dashed them away. Thank you. That was the fastest I've gotten interested in the game and then immediately lost all interest again. They introduced a really cool system where your decisions have consequences, and so depending on who you help, the consequences will arrive. But don't get me wrong, your decisions have no consequences whatsoever, like at all. Only in like when it comes to like what shops you can go to. Oh, okay. Okay.
dirty, rotten scoundrel, as I continually reevaluated my allegiances in
Always
each
double
deal I
press the
made,
hut.
so that it would best suit whatever my motives were at the time.
Okay, Manda. You got a deal.
For example, before I started exploring the surface of Tatooine, I made sure that I'd worm my way into the good graces of the Hutt Syndicate, since Jabba's goons control large swathes of its map, and I wanted to ensure that I could explore it thoroughly without drawing too much unwanted heat. Being able to explore unimpeded is paramount because Outlaws does such a great job teasing you with secrets to find, or opportunities to pursue, in an extremely organic way as you move through its 4 main worlds.
I found 2 perfectly good converters in the alley behind the club.
Almost every Cantina conversation I eavesdropped on or discarded datapad I read pointed me towards some new treasure to seek out or gambling tip to take advantage of, and it always felt like I was gleaning some illicit information rather than just being spoon-fed chores to complete, as is the case in so many other open-world adventures.
He hangs around the back alley next to the market.
Okay, that sounds kind of cool.
Where
I like that, I
Outlaws'
like that.
quest
That's a nice
design
little
really
feature.
excels, though, is in taking seemingly innocuous side objectives and spinning them out into exciting, multi-staged adventures that regularly took me by surprise. Like when a simple trip to collect a certain object in Mos Eisley took a series of sharp twists and turns, and suddenly I was sliding deep into the bowels of a Sarlacc pit,
We're going in next.
and then thrust straight into an exciting escape from a huge sandworm.
You're complimenting the game because a simple fetch quest turns into a complicated fetch quest? Alright, sure. I mean, if that's your standard for good gameplay. I like this! Look at the giant freaking worm chasing you down! That's freaking sweet! Is this a boss fight?
It's the lively left-turn stretches like these where Outlaws really shines, by stringing together exciting escape from a huge sandworm. It's the lively left-turn stretches like these where Outlaws really shines, by stringing together countless Star Wars references and Uncharted worm.
Did y'all catch that? I had to go
It's
back
the
just to
lively
make sure.
left-turn stretches like these where Outlaws
'Cause
really
there's no worm
shines,
there.
by stringing together
Where'd the worm
exciting
go?
escape from a huge sandworm.
Worm is there? Oh, it
It's the
disappears
lively
there!
left-turn stretches like these where
No, I was gonna say, because isn't this supposed to be like one continue, like...
We're going in.
really shines, by stringing together exciting escape from a huge
I thought the worm just
sandworm.
disappeared on the side, but no, look, it disappears right here. It just despawns. Mid-air. It despawns mid-air. And then it's just not there for the rest of
It's
the
the
shot.
lively left-turn stretches like these where Outlaws
Where'd it
really
go? There's freaking
shines,
dust and
by
sand is
stringing
still
together
there.
countless Star Wars references
Why
and
did it despawn
Uncharted-style
there?
moments of spectacular action and adventure, and there are plenty of quests like this that I've undertaken, and likely many more that I haven't even found yet. However, in order to enjoy moments such as these, you've got to take the rough with the smooth, especially since, as of launch, the PlayStation 5 version of
Well,
Star
this is
Wars
kinda cool. I
Outlaws
like
that I
this.
played is
I like
plagued
this.
by
This
more
reminds me of, like,
irritating
Jedi
bugs than a
Survivors.
Dagobah camping ground. Over the course of the journey, I saw countless graphical glitches, speeder bikes crashing to a halt trying to go over jumps, irritating bugs than a Dagobah camping ground.
Inside the
Over
floor,
the course of the journey, I saw countless graphical.
It is a very small indie developer game studio, okay? Very small, very niche. It's the first time they've ever made a game, okay? They don't have a lot of practice doing this.
Glitches, speeder bikes crashing to a halt trying to go over jumps, or small
That's
hills,
annoying.
or just
would
randomly
piss me off a
teleporting
lot,
entirely. Crucial mission prompts not appearing and forcing checkpoint restarts, and countless occasions where the dialogue audio just dropped out completely.
Hey there.
That's just a few
Why was
of
his
many
mustache pink? What is he,
examples. So if
Markiplier?
where the dialogue audio just dropped out completely.
Look, it's actually Markiplier. Wait, hold on. Am I about to show my age here? I'm about to show off that I'm actually a old Markiplier sim. He used to always put on a pink mustache for like no reason. I loved it. Anyway, I guess they put Markiplier in the game. That's pretty dope.
Hey there.
Oh, I guess they didn't. I guess Markiplier didn't want to show up for the voice acting. I guess they couldn't pay him, huh?
Just a few of many examples. So if issues like those sound like they'd force pull you out of the Star Wars universe, it might be best to let Ubisoft blast them off Outlaws' hull like a bunch of cable-chewing Minox before you pick Outlaws up.
Blasters aren't gonna do anything.
Here we go, the verdict.
It's ironic
the verdict. Let's see his final thoughts. Now, like I said, I saw that their score was a 7 out of 10 on spoiler on Google. Is that still the same here? You've been complaining a lot about the game. I'll be honest. I'm surprised he pointed out all these issues with it.
This ship is called the Trailblazer, since there's actually not a whole lot of ideas in Star Wars Outlaws that haven't been done in other action and open world adventures.
Yeah.
Instead, it's quite like the Millennium Falcon. A bucket of bolts held together with repurposed parts and prone to breaking down.
Oh wow! That's your final judgment, huh? That's Let's hear it one more time.
Other action and open world adventures. Instead, it's quite like the Millennium Falcon. A bucket of bolts held together with repurposed parts and prone to breaking down.
I don't. Got it. You know what? I'll tell you what. I'll wait till this thing's about like $10 on Steam or something, and then you know I'll give it a fair shot. Wait for that price drop.
But at its best, it's more than capable of jolting your pleasure centers into Star Wars fan hyperspace. A clever syndicate system brings real.
Sure.
Weight to almost every task you choose to.
It's garbage. It barely works, and it never freaking does what it's supposed to do. But sometimes it'll be cool.
Take, some of which have truly creative quest designs that can often conjure up some genuinely stunning blindsides. Having a pal like Nick's at your side the entire time not only adds an extra dimension to Kay's fairly generic smuggler character, but also gives her an enhanced set of abilities.
Fairly generic smuggler character. That's really selling me on Kay.
Can't quite make Outlaws' stealth and combat feel any less rigid or repetitive, and the odds of avoiding the many glaring technical issues present at launch is approximately.
This thing's garbage. It doesn't work. It breaks all the time. It's constantly unoriginal. It's been done better by other games in the past. I constantly have bugs. The enemies are broken. The AI does not work when it's supposed to. And frankly, it's good.
Only 3,720 to 1.
Never tell me the odds.
Okay, fair enough. For more IGN reviews, check out our verdicts on Black Myth Wukong and Fallout London, and for everything else, stick with IGN.
Check out your verdict on Black Myth Wukong. Isn't that the one that they tried to make a hit piece on?
Let's get out of here, ND5.
Acknowledged, Kay.
Freaking A. Fallout London, what is that? Can I keep Fallout? IGN, my dude. IGN, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 IGN. 10 out of 10. What can I say? It's 10 out of 10, bro. 10 out of 10 IGN. 10 out of 10. IGN, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10 IGN. It's just that good. It's just that good. Oh, that's amazing. Thanks for hanging out. Like or dislike, comment, and subscribe. And become a Monodachi today. I live stream all day, Monday through Friday, so go say hi. That's all for now, Monos. Goodbye, and thanks for swinging by. Salut!